That's the glass I was going on about yesterday, Witch's Tonic, it says on it, off Finn's Nana. It's got lipstick all over the straw. I said I'd come back for a chat today. Just like my little girl. It's not finished yet. My painting on a canvas is going to be a fairy, I think, but I'll show you that. I'll show you it in a bit closer up and when I finished it off. But I sent a package off to someone today. I went to the post office. I thought, right, I've not got Finn, so I thought I'll get up, I'll have a bit of a lie-in. I've got to sort my nails out. Look how never let my nails go like that. I've got to sort them out today or tomorrow. I'm going to cut them down though, put a bit of glitter on. Need some glitter. Need a bit of sparkle, because I'll be talking about that in a minute, why we all need a bit of sparkle at this time of year. But I went to the charity shop and just thought I had change in my purse of £1, because, you know, tend to use your cards these days, don't you, contacts and that. And I just had like £1 in change, and I thought, I know we sell books, 3 for £1, so I'm just going to go and have a look if there's anything I can use or turn into anything else, or just some books for reference of pictures and stuff like that. So I just thought I'll go and have a look anyway. And I did find, just picked up and it said The Wizard of Oz, and I nearly got it because, if you know, I love The Wizard of Oz, and it does remind me of my nana because the funeral song was Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which I picked. But it was quite cute, but it only had a few pictures in it, like drawn ones, sketchy ones. But I was reading a bit of it, and it wasn't like the old story, and there was only a couple of pictures, and it just didn't say much to me, so I just put it back because I thought, no. And the first book I found was, and they're quite big, these books, but the 3 for £1 was Treasury of Fairy Tales. Now, I love fairy tales, and this is a good one, and I just liked it because some of the artwork, you know, you can get inspired by different artwork, and it's like different pictures of, I'd say, different artists in this. So I liked it because of that, but also I can read a bit to Finn when he can sit still for a story as he gets a bit older. But there's just different, let me show you one of the pictures, different artwork like this. It's a bit whimsical, I like that sort of stuff, and just, there's some good stories in here. There's a Little Mermaid, look, Thumbelina, tiny as your thumb. I don't really remember the song. Let me find, oh, the Snow Queen. Oh, it's just a really nice, where is it? Where is, oh, the Snow White, I think there's a Little Mermaid somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. I know, I really liked, where is it? The picture. I want to show, here it is. The Little Mermaid. It's just a nice book with nice pictures in. So I got this because I thought some of the paintings might inspire me, because they're all different sorts of like cartoony type ones and paintings and stuff, but also it's a treasury book of fairy tales, and I can read it to Finn. And let me see what it's got in it. What stories are in it? There is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Henny Penny, The Three Little Pigs, The Emperor's New Clothes, Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, The Elves and the Shoemaker, oh, that's a nice one for Christmas, Cinderella, When Dreams Come True, The Selfish Giant, Puss in Boots, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, The Ugly Duckling, The 12 Dancing Princesses, Sleeping Beauty, Hansel and Gretel, The Princess on the Pea, Rumpelstiltskin, Thumbelina, The Frog Prince, Rapunzel, Snow White, The Wild Swans, Little Match Girl, The Steadfast Tin Soldier, Beauty and the Beast, The Red Shoes, The Little Mermaid, The Snow Queen. Yeah, well, just let me look at the red shoes. That just reminds me of The Wizard of Oz, but it can't be, can it? Does anyone know that one? Just let me have a look. 256. 256. The red shoes. Oh no. It's not. I don't know if I've heard that one. I'll have to look at that one. So I got that. Then, as I was saying yesterday about writing things down about what you want to come across, wish for, or get a good deal on something, and write it down so you can look back and think, oh yeah, I was thinking about finding a book with more of an antique sort, not an antique, what do you call it? Oh, what's the word? What's the word? An older vintage book of like nature things in it, with all different nature things, and a sort of like annual book. And I came across these, so this is why I had to get these two and get that fairy tale book to make the 3 for £1, because I found the Quiz a Book of Knowledge Nature, this one, and you can tell it's more vintagey, especially by the colour. Let me see when it was published. Just remember being younger, but 1978, and I love it because it is papery, it's not glossy, you know, with like, I love all this stuff. There's plants in it, and just the drawings just remind me of being younger, which I can use for journals and stuff and print things off, because I wouldn't use this to cut out of, because it is a vintagey one. I just love it. So the drawings in it and things, and I just love it, and it's that paper feel, you know what I mean. But look at that owl. I just love it. I've not had a good look through yet, but obviously it's ripped here, but I just love it. I got that, and then this is the one that I was like, oh my god. Now, this book was out the year before I was born. I was born in 1977. This book came out in 1976, but when I was younger, there were these sort of books, but I think they were called Twinkle Annuals, if anyone remembers them. And they were just, looking at this just reminds me of being a kid, so I'm going to keep it, and I hope to find some more. But it just makes me laugh because it was the year before I was born. And this one's Diana, because at first I thought it was a book, Princess Diana, and I thought, no, it's not, it's an annual. And if you're younger and you don't, a lot younger, watching me, I don't know, and you like, what's she going on about? It's an annual. Look at the book inside. That's the cover, but for people who don't know, annual was like a book you got for all different stuff. Look at these drawings. You're going to laugh at some of it in here. I came across a picture and I was like, oh dear. But look at the drawings from them 70s. It's just so funny. And it was just basically a bit like a magazine, but a book with things to do, different stories, and you'd probably get the next story to this in the next annual. And it's that lovely paper, look at that. 70s. And obviously, nearly nipping it. Look, you get little designs to make a bag, and look at the old pictures. I just love it. And you need to have some games in it. I'm sorry about some of the pictures I'm going to show, because you know what I mean when you see it. But who's this? Some people know this, I don't know who that is. Right? There's him. There's lots of different stories. Crosswords, stories. Who's this? Oh, there's Barbara. Is that Barbara Streisand? And what they're called, you know what I mean. And then as we went on, there was a picture. Oh, there's star signs from then. And so basically it was like a magazine but in a book style. And then I found a picture of this, I was like, oh my god, won't be using that then. Gary Glitter. Just loads of little funny pictures, but illustrations from then. I don't know, just reminds me of being younger. Not that I had this sort of book, But they did have girls' names on it and a girl on the front, but the ones we had when I was younger were called Twinkle. If anyone remembers, I'm sure it was Twinkle. And I just used to love getting them. Look at these illustrations. I love these illustrations. And then I'm sure there's a poster of, someone's going to remember these on here. The Bay City Rollers. Oh God, so funny. But I just love it. So maybe I'll be able to use it in journals, as in I might be able to like photocopy some of the pages and put them in, because there's no way I'd take them out. I just have to leave the book as it is. Bit of the fashion. So funny. That's just made me laugh today. Just love it. And the books, well, this cover on here is pink, and then the old cover, has it got anything on the back? The old cover inside, which you can tell is old, is that. So much better when we were younger. It just was. Just these sort of things used to make me happy when I was younger. Like I said, not this one, but there was one called Twinkle, same sort of thing. You know, you'd have colouring pages in it. You've got all your little sort of, oh, what were they called? Not magazines, comic style sort of, you know, drawings and different stories. And then I think the month after, whenever you got it, it'd be this, maybe a different story in the same month that carried on. They were just dead good, like a magazine, but in a book. So I got them, and then I was going to come and say, because I just had a friend come round. She just popped round for bookmark that I've been making, and she was just saying, she don't watch me on here, but she would be fine with me saying it, because nobody knows her. I'm not mentioning her name, but she was feeling a bit down the other day, and there's loads of people that have said this week they're feeling down, they've been getting depressed, some people have been staying in bed, they don't want to get up, and this, that and the other. And then someone texted me, a friend on Facebook, I think it was yesterday or the day before. If he watches this, I'm not sure if he does, if he watches, he'll know it's him, but like I said, I don't need to mention names, and I don't know why, but he said he was feeling a bit, I think he had a bad night or something, but he said, thank you, because he's on one of my, it might be Touch of Magic pages on Facebook, thank you. And I was like, thanks for what? And he was like, thank you for being you, like, and I was like, oh, you know, what do you mean? But I just think he means when he texts me, if he's down, he knows I'll try and say something nice to lift him up. And the things that I post, I try to say on here, and I try to post on Instagram and Facebook and my other pages of trying to be positive, and the Touch of Magic page and that, just to try and boost people up. Because, guys, if anyone is feeling down at the minute and they're wondering why do you think? I know what it is. And my friend just said today, oh, I think it's because, and I went, yes, it is. A lot to do with it. Not to do with everything, it's a lot to do with, it's that time of year. Clocks are changing. The dark mornings are coming in, the dark, you know, evenings are coming in. And we didn't have a good summer, really. And it's not stopped bloody raining. The sun's come out today, actually. It's quite nice today. But then it changes. But, you know, we live in England, guys, and if you live in the UK, you know, we don't have brilliant summers. Not like we used to. We used to have better summers years ago when I was younger. But we haven't had a good summer. The weather's been rubbish, but this is what happens at this time of year, because they do say, you know, less sunshine, or, you know, what is it, vitamin D, we're not getting enough of that in winter. That's why people start getting more depressed. But with Christmas coming up, I don't mean Christmas is depressing, but you start worrying about, money and buying people presents and your family and making sure you're getting everything, and getting stressed about making sure you're getting everything and whatever it is that you do. And Christmas can be stressful, even. It's a nice time of year, but it can be quite stressful and stuff like that. I've got to start saving and trying to get my bits together now, because I always leave it to the last minute and rubbish. But I'm going to try and be good. I've got to do it this month. And people do start getting down because you're in a lot more. It's darker. It's colder. People stay in a lot more. But I just think, just see it as hibernation and staying cosy. You know, if you've got a partner, staying cosy with your partner and kids, reading, doing some crafts and stuff. That's why I keep saying find a hobby or something, or get a good winter listing for Netflix, and, you know, find a load of films that you want to get through, and a few books. If you're not into reading, just get into it, even if it's a half an hour. It doesn't have to be every night, but just something. Just get cosy, get your onesie on, your pyjamas, whatever it is. wrap yourself up in a throw, get on the couch when your kids are in bed, you know, with a hot chocolate, tea, bit of wine, whatever it is, and get reading or crafting or watching a really good film and just see. We know this time of year is rubbish, so it's not going to change. Just see it as cosy few months of, I don't know, I like it because I just think in the mornings it's a bit better for me now because Finn's young, he stays in bed a little bit longer because he thinks it's not morning time because it's darker, so he stays in bed a little bit longer. And then when he comes downstairs, you've got the lights on and it's nice and cosy, and I don't know, I just like that feeling. It's better because it's a bit dark and you can have your candles on, so it's a bit more glowy, if you know what I mean. You can just laze about, enjoy the sort of coziness of winter. But it is that, guys, if you're thinking, oh God, I'm feeling really crap and I don't know what it is, it's the time of year. It's proven. People get down at this time of year, and I know it's hard, especially if you're working and you maybe you're not driving, you have to walk to work and it's dark mornings and it's cold and it's wet, and it's just get yourself a decent coat with a big hood on it, big scarf, gloves, hat, keep warm, blast some music out, get some earphones, get your music on, and just don't see it as like a dreary thing. This happens every year. We have crap weather, it gets dark, but sort of try to enjoy it. So if you're at home more, try and do some more homely things, baking with the kids. I know it's hard sometimes when you're stuck in with the kids a lot more because the weather's not as good and maybe they can't go out as much. I mean, kids do, but you know, if it's wetter or whatever, but just maybe try and think of some activities to do, cooking, painting, just bits and bobs, reading, going to the library and getting some books. You know, you don't have to fork out for books. Do what I do, go to the charity shop, get 3 books for £1, and then when you've read them you can take them back to the charity shop and get some more, so you like don't have to keep them. Or you can art journal in them like I've shown before. But I don't know, I quite like winter. I get too hot in summer anyway when we actually have good weather, and I hate being all sweaty and hot. I prefer it cold because you can get warm, but I like snuggling up. And just any films that you've been wanting to see on Netflix, wherever, just it's the time of year now to get watching them back to back or whatever. I found a new series last night on Netflix. I was so chuffed. A guy that I'm talking to, I was trying to tell him last night, but I don't think it is. It's probably a bit more girly, but it's just an easy watch, good, fun, uplifting sort of funny thing. And it's called, if you've not seen it, it's called The Good Place. You need to go and watch it. It's basically a woman who gets, she dies. You can hear her shouting, it's my son on his thing. She dies, and it's not morbid. She goes to heaven, or the good place as they call it, but she's mistaken for someone else. She should be down in the bad place. But it's just about her trying to not get found out that she shouldn't be there. And it's so funny, like in parts of it. You can't swear up there, so if you swear it comes out different. So instead of saying, if you were saying like, sorry about this if you don't like swearing, fuck off, it would say fork off. And then if you went to say shit, because she does it says shirt. So it'd be like fork, shirt. I don't know. I just found it funny, but it is quite good. And it's only like 20 minutes long, and then the next one comes on. It's a little series. It's American. It's good. I just find it quite funny. It's my sense of humour. And that is actually how I see the good place to be. Heaven is... Honest to God, if you like watching easy watch sort of funny little cutie things, it's just really good. The Good Place it's called. But what I was going to say was as well is, you know, you can get sun lamps and things, you know, for the lack of sunshine, you know, because some people are more like sunshine, it's that happy thing. That's why we all get down when it's darker. The evenings are drawing in the nights and stuff. People get down. You just got to do things to try and make the times in a bit more fun and stuff. But that's what I was saying yesterday with journaling. I'm trying to put a few journals together to keep all my journals in one. Like I said, these hold 4. I've actually got 4 in. Just pulled my paper cup off. 4 in there. But I was saying that it is important to journal because, one, you can keep a record and documents of what you've done, so you can always look back, because sometimes you forget. And in that you can write. I have a little printer which I need to get some ink for, and I can print off little pictures, which I'll show you in a minute, in one that I found I did last year. Because I've done things on and off with everything, and then I forget, and then I want to go back to journaling. Because I do gratitude journal. I've been off for about a week or something, because I've been a bit poorly. I've not sort of done it every day like I do normally, or in the evening, whenever you can fit it in. But I just find in the mornings nice if you've got a spare 5 minutes, even if you're just laying some paints down to write after, just to pretty your pages up, because it's like brain dumping on it. But to document things, you can write down daily things that have happened, just to get stuff out your head so you're not thinking about it at night. It's good to dump it on a page, or you can art journal, or you can put photographs in of things that you've done as well, so you can collect them and then put photographs in and write about it, so you can just look back on it. It's just cute to look back on, you know, like a photo album, but you're journaling as well. And you can have all that in one journal cover, because you can have 4 different books. So I came across this the other day, and I thought, this is why I thought I've got to get back into journaling. This isn't brilliant, it's not decorated fabulous, because I just sort of threw them in, but I've got to get back into doing nice pages, even if I do a little bit and then the next day I put the rest of the stuff in. This is when Finn was little. This picture's so funny, and I've got short hair. But basically it's just like as if a bit of a diary, writing about what you've done. So when we went to the country park with my mum, you know, just writing bits and bobs. This is not fantastically decorated at all. Writing some things down I was thinking, just decorating. It's when I had short hair, growing it. There's Finn at the ball pool. I was writing about that when he was a bit younger. Me and my friend went to the pictures to watch, was it Star Wars? We went to see, Bridget Jones's Baby, which was so funny. So I did take a picture of me and her, with my short hair, there. And then, I think before we went there, we went in B&M's, and I was like, oh my God, we saw these stormtroopers. They were massive, they were like up to here, and they spoke. They were like 70 odd quid, but I got a bit excited, so I had to take a picture of them and write about it. And that's what you do. You can write about things. You don't always have to put pictures in. You can have little flip outs. Oh, you write about, you know, your day-to-day things, what's going on, if you want to get stuff out your head. They're not really for anyone else to see. And then, that's when we went to my dad's art galleries. There's a gallery where there's different artists there, and some things that I was taking pictures of, and where was it? Writing about it in there. And I enjoyed doing this because you can look back on your little book and remember things. And then I was writing stuff down about stuff. I wasn't really properly into it then, that's why the pages aren't brilliant. Some have come apart, but I want to get back into it, and that's how you can do it. You can, if you like scrapbooking, taking pictures, like putting in photo albums. See, I like all that, but I just can't stick to a photo album. But in this, I've got, I think I said yesterday, I've got my, like that one, day to day, but I haven't got pictures in yet because I need to get some ink for my printer to print little pictures off of Finn or anything I'm doing now and again, not every day. So I just drew some bits and bobs on that one. That was a bit of a rushed one, that's why both of them aren't really good. But like I said, I need to get into it, put a little 5 minutes in the morning and then finish it off in the evening. The one in the middle, I've decided, this red book in the middle, I've decided I'm putting, to keep track of, I just started last night, books I'm reading. So the one I'm reading at the minute is She's Not Invisible. I'm not through it yet because I've been crafting too much. And The Brightest Star in the Sky. I'm sort of reading 2 of them. And then when I've read them, I'll tick them off. But I'm going to end up with a list of books, so I've now read them. And then I'm putting on Netflix what I'm watching, so I can keep up. Because sometimes I start watching something, a series, and then I'll watch something else and I'll forget what I was watching. So I'm starting from the beginning. So at the minute I'm watching The Good Place. If I sort of end up watching 2 things at once, I'll write it down so I can keep track and not forget what I'm watching. So that's sort of going to be like a tracker book of activities, things that I'm doing, watching, crafting, whatever. Then I had my gratitude journal, which is just saying, you know, thanks for things I've got in my life and stuff, just little bits in there. And then the last one, I might end up with more, and it's my art journaling. I'm going to be doing an art journal. I'm going to pull this out. So I've just started this, not properly, but... And this one, because it's an art journal one, it's on watercolour paper. It's just a mini one for me. So that was one. It's just to sometimes, if you're a bit bored and you just want to dump something out, sometimes you don't go in it thinking I'm going to do this. You just put colour on the paper. Things just come to you, like words come to me, so I'll just write it down. So this little girl, I think I just put, you know, the do what you love, love what you do. And then I put she loves to create. It is her passion. Just like me, it's my passion. That's what I love to do. And then being unique is a beautiful thing. And I did put a little picture of something there, but I don't want to show you yet because he's not ready to be seen yet. He's a secret at the minute, but I will show you. And then today, I've just gessoed the page so I can, well, I can paint on it because it's water paint, but I've just gessoed on it because I want to put some other stuff on it. These flowers I've gessoed over that so they're not as bright. And then I'm going to decorate that later on this evening of whatever's going to come to me about that. Just because I like doing art now. I think if I try and do an art journal a little bit every day, it's going to help me with my creativeness as well. But what's good is I'm keeping all these 4 books. I can put more in because you just add elastic to the sides and you can add more books in, but this does hold 4. And I will be bringing these out, and these are the longer ones, Traveller's Notebooks. And it's great because you can pull them out, drawing them and writing them, and then slip them back into the cover. But I've got a 4 in there at the minute, and I'm going to be doing lots of things on journals because that is my passion and my thing at the minute. Things I like to make and stuff, kits and things to go with it, which I'll be bringing out with my own artwork. But what I'm saying is, even if you don't have one, get a notebook, write in it, and just brain dump stuff. If you're thinking about things too much, just brain dump it. I put something on Facebook yesterday, a quote saying, and I need to put a book in there about quotes because I want to collect quotes. I was doing it in a big book I had in there that you've seen with pictures of my girls in that I paint, but I want it where Traveller's Notebooks is like, so you can take it with you. If I go to my mum's to Wales, I can take this with me and it's all in there. So I can add, I've got all my little books in one place. You can have a few of them, but I can, if I've got my art journal in there, I can take a few paints and that, and I know I've got all my little things that I want together. I've got my little diary bit in it and that. You can take it with you, you can travel with you, because it's not too bulky. Even if it's bulky, it can still fit in my bag. But it's just good to, yeah, because I put on Facebook, what was it? Something like, you know, what was it? Let me see if I can find it. Worrying. Well, what was it? I need to find my phone. Worrying just takes away from your day. You know, takes your sparkle away from your day. But I know that isn't the right saying. Let me see if I can just get my phone. Just love this picture of Finn as well that I've put in my little crafty room because it's the cutest little picture when he was a papa. Look at that big smiley chubby face. Right, let me find this quote because I know that's not right. I know what I mean, but it's not right. It was. Let me see. And I've had to tell my friend this as well. She went, I know. I said, I know you know. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's trouble. It takes away today's peace. Because all you're doing is worrying. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Think more positive. It'll be a better outcome. It's never as bad as you think. As I always say, it's never as bad as you think. But you can worry about something, but there's no point sort of worrying all day about it. Because all it's going to do is take your peace away from today. You sort of really can't do anything about it. Oh, this necklace. I keep thinking it needs to be up there. I need to cut the chain down. But I found this morning because it was actually my Nana's sister's when she passed away a few years ago. My Nana's sister. I don't know how many years ago actually. But it is silver. It's like this little... I don't know. It's just gorgeous. And I just put it on because I was just like, oh. But I'm that... My head works different. I wouldn't use it as a necklace. If I ever got married or... like I had to go dressed in costume or something and I needed, you know, like when you have a little jewellery headband across here. I'm saying if I ever got married, I've never been married, but if I ever got married I'd have like a, I don't know, like a, what would you call it? I know what sort of dress I mean, but you know when you have like a little not a tiara on your head, but you have one of these, and your hair's all like, so it look a bit, what's the word for it? Do you know what I mean? When they have the little, some have little droplets on, but you know when they do wear the necklace things in the hair. Some people are like, what? Well, they do. I just think it's really cute, but I just really like it. I'll take it off now. Just trying it on my phone and actually forgot I had it on. Little antique. But yeah, and that's why I said to my friend, no one else needs to see your little diary, your little journal note, but you could have one of these with a little diary in it because there's 4 in and you can get more in. Just brain dump all your feelings, even if you're feeling really crap about something and you just want to write a load of crap in one of the books. Brain dump, even if it's about somebody or something that's happened and you want to swear in your book because you don't really want to. You might have said something and you might have told your partner or whatever and they might think, God, they'll be sick of hearing about this. Right, just throw it in a book. Even if you're calling somebody, throw it in a book. Nobody has to see it. And then, like I said, at the end of the year or whenever it is, or in a few months, burn it so it's gone and you just think, right, just in case anyone did find it, don't want to hurt the feelings. I wrote all this shite about somebody or the situation or something. I just really needed to get it out on paper and get it out of my system. And then when I've done with that and the situation's gone and I've calmed down, you can burn it and just think, right, you know, you might be worried that someone might come across it. Wouldn't know if it was at the back of your book with different things in it. Anyway, it's not for someone else to see, but just in case you were, you can always burn it and think, I just needed to get that out of my system, if you know what I mean. But I find with journaling, it just helps get feelings out. And I did actually say to my friend the other day, with all the crafting that I do and trying to post things on Facebook, that's why I get knackered sometimes, tired. And the guy that I'm talking to at the minute, I was like, have you found me on YouTube yet? Because I didn't actually tell him because I thought he'll think I'm a nutter. But he thinks I'm a nutter anyway, in a good way. And you'll know from the beginning when I came on here, I did it because I am on my own a lot and I had Finn and I was feeling a bit down at the time. Not down, but I just wanted people to talk to, and I thought maybe there'd be other people that felt the same way as me, especially like a single mum, and you know, when you're in a lot, you don't get out a lot and just different scenarios and stuff. And I said to my friend, I could easily get down, but I have my little spats on here where I disappear for a week or so, like I've done because I've been a bit poorly, because it is tiring posting on here, post on Facebook, post on Soul Creations, doing all my crafting. But then again, I keep myself busy, because if I didn't keep myself busy or, you know, doing stuff that you enjoy, I'd probably feel down as well, because I'd probably be sitting here thinking about things that are not in my life at the minute, that I'd like in my life, which I'm sure will come, and they'll come at the right time. But I don't have to keep thinking on it because I'm keeping myself busy with other things. And I said to a friend the other day, you know, these friends that are feeling a bit down, maybe they need to find a hobby. And I don't mean that in like people might think, oh, that's sad, finding a hobby. It's not. It's just finding something you like doing. It could be taking up a sport, or taking up a craft, or taking up anything, just to keep your mind a bit off things that you sort of think about, to take your mind away from it. You know, and you never know. I've said this before, I'm repeating myself with what I've just come on here to say. You know, it's just to keep yourself busy and keep your mind off things and to keep you positive. And you've just got to go and do the things that you enjoy, especially in this weather. You've got to find, there's more things you can do in summer, obviously, especially if you're like an outdoory person, even though you can get out in this weather. But obviously there's quite a few more things you can do in summer, and you might find winter a bit boring and you don't know what to do. You need to go and find something to do, or, you know, a hobby or a sport or whatever it is, or trying something different, just to keep your mind off things. If we all sat in and never did nothing, you know, it's all right, like I said, sitting, being cosy, watching telly, but sometimes you need to be a bit actively doing something, getting your mind thinking about other stuff, so your mind's not thinking about other things. And like I said, getting a journal and dumping everything on a page. It's not for anyone else to see, just so maybe you're not thinking about it that much when you go to bed. It's just keeping your mind off things. Like I said, you might find something you enjoy that you never knew you could do, or you actually didn't think you'd enjoy, but if you don't try, then you won't know. it's just this time of year. Just see it as hibernation time, like animals do. Hibernation time, you're staying in a bit more, you're getting cosy, your hot chocolate, I don't know, you drink a wine, whatever it is you have. A good book, but find a really good book that, you know, grips you. Baking, I don't know, some people might think it sounds a bit geeky, but just think it's winter now, it's time to get cosy and do some cosy activities. I don't know what to call them. I love it. I just think it gets a bit dark, you can get your candles on, you can just cozy up, you know, read a book, watch a good film, maybe looking at YouTube and seeing if there's something you might want to take up. You can learn a lot of things on YouTube. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. I love this time of year. Don't get me wrong, I do think, oh God, yeah, I've got to get, you know, I've got to sort my money out and I've got to start getting Christmas presents. Everyone starts getting stressed about that. But I don't know, there's something I like about this time of year. Your lights on when it starts getting darker, even though I've got them on now just for this video, and your candles, and I don't know, I just like it. I find it really nice in the morning when it's dark. I mean, you've just got your little lamps on and it's just cosy. Just cosy, but just don't be hard on yourself. It's the time of year when everyone does start getting a bit down, and it's lack of like vitamin D or something, sunshine, the sunshine vibes. You've just got to, you don't have to be down about it. Summer's going to come round again, and hopefully we'll have a good one, but it'll be here again. But just try and enjoy relaxation time and stuff. And like I said, get yourself a journal, a notebook, whatever. Just start writing some things down. Start art journaling, or taking little pictures and putting things in of you and the kids, or whatever it is. Or I don't know, there's just something magical about journaling. Like I said, with the one I did where I was writing things down about what I wanted, you can do that. But I think I'm going to be showing you more of, when I sort of sort these out more of what I'm doing in them, I'll show you for some more ideas. If you don't know, there's loads of ideas on YouTube, how you can use them. And they're like your little book of, like, if you go away on holiday or you staying somewhere at your friends or somewhere, they're just nice to take with you, because you might have a book that's got doodle pages in it, so if you're bored on the train you can doodle on it. You might want to write an ideas book. If you're on YouTube, you might want to write your YouTube ideas. You can do a bit of drawing, sketching on the train. You're waiting because it's bored, you're on a long train, and then you might paint them when you get to wherever you're going. And like I said, because you can put a few books in, there's a few different things, so it's like you're taking your little buddy around with you, and you've got a few little things to do in there, because you could swap them out. You could have certain things in there, and then when you're going travelling or on holiday, you could swap them out and think, oh, I'm going to have an art journal in there so I can sketch while I'm away, and then I can paint them when I come back, unless you're taking a few little paints with you. But you could sketch some things out if you like doing that sort of thing. You could have a book of, you know, you're writing about your holiday and you're going to take your snaps, and then when you get back you're going to put your pictures in, or you might have a little glue tape thing that you take there with you anyway. So if you've got a mini printer you can take with you, can do your stuff over there, but so you can sort of take things with you. So if there's a bit of a time where it might be a bit boring, or you're travelling on the plane or train or wherever, you've got little bits to do, you know, because sometimes it can be quite boring. But yeah, I don't know if any of this has just made sense, but it's just good to sort of write your ideas down sometime, keep track of things, because I've noticed things that I haven't kept track of, and I know you can do it on your phone and that, but I just find that boring. And I thought, I need to start writing it down, so I know I keep saying this, I need to be a little bit more organised. I'm not a very organised person, but I need to be a little bit more organised, and I want to keep track of a few things so I can see. It's like, sometimes if you are feeling down, if you write it down, you can always look back, and then you're going to see, you might see a pattern of the times that you are feeling more down. Because I have a friend who, it's always round the time of the month, you know, so I said, well, it's that time again, you're feeling a bit down, but you know, you might just realise it is a bit more in winter, and then you'll know it's because there's time of the year, and you know, like I keep saying, dark mornings and dark evenings. It might just be that, but it's just good to keep a record, and you might get into it and you might want to add, and you can put cute little things in it and cute stickers and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff. There was a funny thing I was thinking about last night, because I'm always thinking about crafting things, but the Kilted Goth, I said I was going to send them cards out, and I will do, and I've still got Hayley's thing, but I'm still adding to that slowly. But I did say, I don't know if you remember, I said I was going to make some tags up or maybe Christmas card things, but I thought of something last night that was a bit gothy to do for Christmas, and I thought it was quite funny. I thought it was funny, and the thing that I'd write on the tag was funny. So when I've made them up, I'm not going to show anyone. I'm going to send them to the Kilted Goth and see what he thinks. He'll show them, I know he will, and see what he thinks, and then I can show them. I don't know when that'll be, but I was just thinking of it last night, so I probably will get them drawn up at some point. But yeah, just have a good weekend. I may be back tomorrow because I think there was something else I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. Oh, and my painting. I did draw this out the other week, and it is on canvas. And I sort of left it. And then I came back to it yesterday because I've been making them bookmarks, and I've left that for a bit now. I've got a couple more to do, but sometimes I'm not in the mood to do something, so I'll probably finish some of them off tomorrow because I've got orders, but some are for friends, so I don't need to do them. The main ones I've needed to do, I've done. But I don't know what she's going to be, and it's going to have some words on it, and that just comes to me as I'm going along, so I'll see. But she's very pretty, but she's not finished yet. She's still a bit bland at the minute. And I might put that in my art room. I might show you my art room tomorrow. If I've got anywhere with this more, I might, but I think she's going to go in my art room just to remind me. I don't know, just like her. She's very pretty. So I shall see you. I'm going to go off and tidy up and do a little bit more crafting and sorting my room out and chilling out and watching The Good Place. So go and check that out because it's good. And I don't know if I've made any sense. And I'll see you soon. Bye.